So you're blessed. You're much blessed. Because we have a brother like that with us this evening. So he's here, and I want to bring him right on, so he can teach you into love. Let's bring on our beloved brother, Minister Louis Farrakhan, as I greet you in the name of Allah. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. In the name of Allah, pardon me, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, to whom all praise is due, the Lord of the world. And we thank Allah for blessing us with our beloved leader and teacher, the messenger of Allah, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Brothers and sisters, we are very thankful to Allah for your presence on this Friday evening. I know that there are many places that you could have been and may yet want to be. But we are particularly happy that you chose to spend a part of your evening with us. We are honored by your presence. We would love to share with you some of that which we have learned from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. We believe that what we will share with you, you will agree with it. And it does agree with you.
Yes, sir.
The black man is a very beautiful man.
That's right.
And when I say black man, I mean black woman too.
Right, exactly.
We're very beautiful people by nature. But we have been made a very ugly people by circumstances. Sometimes the natural beauty of a thing can be covered up by a fool who does not know how to appreciate the natural beauty of a thing, or does not know how to go in accord with that is naturally beautiful. Wood can have a very beautiful grain to it, but the unskilled craftsman can plane it against the grain and destroy the beauty of a beautiful piece of wood. You know that there is no ugliness in the divine creator. He is the creator and the author of beauty. We being of him, from him, and actually the essence of him. How could we be ugly being from the all-wise creator of beauty?
Good question.
Well, if he did not create us ugly, then something made us ugly. When man goes against the nature in which he's created, he makes himself other than himself. And that which is other than itself is ugly. Nothing that is other than the nature in which it is created can be considered beautiful. The Holy Quran teaches us in these words, set your faith for religion being upright, the nature made by Allah in which he has created man. Here is a direct order to you and me. to set your faith. Either get set or make yourself firm in, or start setting your heart to look for that particular teaching that will cause you to be upright, to be an upright man and an upright woman, for that is the nature made by Allah.
Yes, sir.
That is the nature in which He created man.
Yes, sir.
And there is no altering Allah's creation. This is to teach us that whatever Allah created a man to be, you cannot alter the nature, though you can tamper with the characteristics. Listen carefully now. The nature of the black man, Messenger Muhammad teaches us, is righteousness. We were created to submit to the all-wise God of righteousness. We are created good. We are not an evil people by nature. We are good by nature. We are godly by nature. We are righteous by nature. You cannot destroy the nature of the black man, but you can radically alter his characteristics by destroying among him a teacher that will nourish him into the nature in which he is created. This is why Allah gives every creature a mother. A mother, the very word mother, means to nourish a thing in accord with its nature. Some creatures don't need mothering. They just need birth. And instinctively, they know what to do to grow in accord with their nature. But there are certain animals that need to be mothered. That need that parent animal to show it how to go, how to guard itself against the enemy of itself, to protect itself, to get for self, until it is able to go for self. Man is not an animal of the lower kind. Man is not guided by instinct. Man is given a brain so that man may acquire the knowledge of how to go in the nature in which he's created. He's naturally inclined in that way, so all he needs is guidance to put him on the path of his nature. And he will walk in that path. No wonder David, I think it is, or Solomon said, train up a child in the way he should go. And when he is old, he will not depart from it. If the Holy Quran teaches us that by nature we are Muslims, or righteous people, how did we become unrighteous? Black man, you are not an evil man. How did you become evil? Black woman, you are not an unrighteous woman. How did you become unrighteous? You had to have an unrighteous guide. You had to have an unworthy teacher to absolutely teach you in a way that is contrary to your nature. And when a man goes against his nature, he puts his nature to sleep. And the nature of a man is the power of his being. And when the nature of a man is put to sleep, the power of that man is put to sleep. Therefore, the man who is put to sleep can be ruled over by any awake man. Think now. Let's think. The white man is a foster parent of the black man. He's not our mother. He's not our father. But we were reared under him. Is that right? If he's not our mother and not our father, if he were our father's brother, if he were our uncle, we could have made it. Because he's of the same bloodline. If he was our friend, we could have made it because he would have pointed out to us our father and our uncle and our family, huh? All praise is due to Allah. But he's not the father, not the uncle, not the brother, and not the friend. But he had us in his possession. Our nature was right, but he taught us evil. Yes, he did. He taught us to do evil. Yes, he did. He taught us the love of evil and the hate of that which is good. Therefore, he taught us against the nature of self. And by teaching us against the nature of self, he could not nurture us into the development and the power of self. So we are a self-powerless, self-underdeveloped individual. No wonder the songs say a motherless child. Mother gone, father gone. A motherless child sees a hard time. Sometimes the song says, I feel like a motherless child a long ways from home. Well, if a child is out of his mother's house, and the mother is the natural and true friend of the child, and the natural and true protector of the life of the child, and the child is a long way from the mother and is not with the aunt, and is not with the uncle, and is not with the cousin, and is not with any member of the family, but is in a strange land among a strange people. God bless the child then that has his own, because, oh, brother. Praise is due to Allah. There was a certain food that the black man needed to grow. White folks didn't teach us righteousness, which we need to grow. White man didn't teach us truth, which we need to grow. And the white man, above all, didn't give us love, which we need to grow. This is a simple word. So many people play over this word. So many people think they love. But I'm so glad you came to Muhammad's temple tonight. They had an experiment a few years ago. They took some children and they put them in a foster home. And they gave these children everything that the children would want in the way of toys and whatnot, but they withheld love. And then they took another group of children and gave them none of the things that they would desire in a material way and gave them love. And they found out at the end of the experiment that those who were given love were psychologically, physically, and socially better off than those who were given everything but deprived of love. In this particular article, which appeared in the Reader's Digest and was repeated recently in the Reader's Digest, it talked about the awesome power of human love. And it talked about how love is the force that was necessary to develop the child psychologically, to develop the child emotionally, to give the child mental stability. And when a child is starved for love, it becomes a child that is troublesome. It becomes a child that's always doing crazy things to seek attention because it needs love, but there's none to love it. The black man in America is a loveless people. No wonder they refer to us as children, because we couldn't grow up to a man without love. You could never be a woman without love. You could never grow to be a great nation without love. And since we were in the midst of a people who hated us, and their fathers hated us, we were deprived of the very thing that our souls desired in order to grow, to develop, to mature, to be a man and to be a woman. What is this thing called love? Yeah, that's what I'm out here for, by the help of Allah. You know, some hate the fact that the brother knows. You know, I feel sorry for you. You know, they see their brother able to teach them in so many different directions. And in their heart, they want what their brother got. They want my position. You could have it, but you have to earn it. I didn't get it from stealing. I got it by working. And I didn't get it by desiring what somebody else had. I got it by love. And if you don't want to come this route, you barking up the wrong tree. This is the only way to be successful in helping the black man today. And if you don't have that, you better go back until you can get it. What is this thing called love? It's a simple four-letter word. I don't want to miss my brother's faces. I want to see you. When you're looking loveless and ugly, or when you're looking right, I want to check you out. Because I know you're checking me out. But keep on checking. Yeah, we do need love, brother. Poor pitiful black man, you're the craziest people that ever was. I heard that the messenger said that Sunday. The black man is a crazy man. More man try to do good for you. You hate the man trying to do good for you. Try to snuff out the life of a man that don't have nothing in his heart but good for you. That's a crazy man. And you are crazy just like that. And somebody who's going to help you got to be crazy in love with you. I mean, insane love. Out of the ordinary love. And I want to talk to you about that out of the ordinary love. I hope Allah will bless me to get to it tonight, lest you go home disappointed. What is this thing called love? You know, I looked at that word love one day under the searchlight of Messenger Elijah Muhammad's teaching, and I've always been in love with love. From the time I can remember myself, I loved to love. No, I never felt that I ever got love from others. I always knew that this was what I needed, and I knew it was what my brothers and sisters needed. Somebody to genuinely love them. I met a man one day who was the epitome of this. He had to win me, because in him, the man had the essence of what I'm made of. And he attracted me because he had an abundance of what I needed, which was love. That's why he's more to me than my mother, and he's more to me than my father, and I hold him above any king, any ruler. There's no one I put above Elijah Muhammad other than God himself. like that, brother. It's just plain love. Just plain love. This is a mysterious force. People don't seem to understand it. Everybody talks around it, but nobody talks to it. So many make the mistake, I'm in love, and they're really in lust. They don't really know what love is. Let's make love, they say. They mean let's go to bed. No, you got the wrong thing here. See, going to bed is a sacred act. But the old enemy devil, you know who the devil is? That blue-eyed skunk that you call the white man. That's the real no-good, dirty devil, beast, demon of the Bible. That man have taken the love of God and made it an unwholesome thing. He has taken that which God ordained and made a beautiful act, and he has degraded it and made it something filthy. That's right. And you call that love. I want you to think. Because if I come into your house and into your bedroom, don't blame me. Blame God. For he see you, I don't. That's right. So if he caused me to teach in such a way that you think that I'm talking about you, I don't even know you. That's right. I just love you, that's all, but I don't know you. That's right. But all I know is. That's right. Let's know it. Now look, any person that has not really and genuinely experienced love has not really experienced life. For to live is to love, and love is life. They're the same word. Live, life. Look, the only difference is the vowel. The same consonants, the V is interchangeable with the F. And it's the same word. You can be moving, you're alive physically, but you're not alive spiritually and mentally until love comes into your life. Ah. You say the man is crazy. No. I'm a long way from being crazy, brother. In fact, I'm so sane till I frighten myself sometimes. All praise is due to Allah for his messenger. We're talking on love now. As we study this love in life, life is begun with an act of love. Isn't that something? Yes. That physical act of love is supposed to be the highest expression of a spiritual bond. Two people say that they want to become one. But they didn't say, I want to lay down in the bed with you. That's the wrong way to go about this thing. You got the cart before the horse. It is whether or not I want to marry your mind. Whether your mind and my mind, or whether our minds can harmonize. Any two bodies can make it. But when the party is over, what about these minds? If you don't marry the mind, then to hell with the man who marries the body. Damn the preacher. I hope you don't think I lost my mind, but this crap that you go through, that you call marriage, if we were not respecters of the law of a given society, I'm sure it would be different. in the presence of a bunch of niggas like yourself. Lousy hypocrite. People who don't wish you no good at all come to see how a fool bride is dressed up. You just as happy and dumb as hell, walking down the aisle with your long white. And this fool dressed up with carnation in his... And if you look in his face 3 months later, look in his face 6 months later, he said, what did I do? And she was crying the very night she got married. What did she do? This thing called marriage is a damn joke. Muslim, Christian, I don't care what you are. No, just be quiet. Let me go ahead on and do my job. You say, what makes it serious? A farcical thing? It's because marriage, in the word marriage, is the word unity or union. The word in Arabic, nikah, means to unite. You're not uniting bodies. You should be uniting two minds, two spirits that have agreed to be as one. Huh? If the two minds are united by this thing called love, then the bodies are enraptured to fertilize the mind. The being together of two bodies only serves to heighten. Oh, some of you don't know what the hell I'm talking about. It make me sick, you know. But what the hell are you sleeping for? You ain't too old. You too old for love, then you too old for life. So you should have been dead. Because you're already dead. All you need to do is jump in the hole. Maybe you don't like a teaching like this or a teacher like this. But I can't help it. If Allah and His Messenger advance me in knowledge, I want to advance you. If you can take it. Everything in life is a circle. When a man marries a woman and they are mated right mentally, when they come together, there is absolutely life passing from one to the other, strengthening their mind and rejuvenating the mind as they embrace each other in the physical act that you call love. It's a far cry from this filth that we've been putting down. This kind of thing that we're doing, we're afraid to mention God's name over it. Some won't pray if they're going to engage in the act. Because what they're about to do in the act, they don't want God to have nothing to do with that because they know He ain't got nothing to do with that kind of crap they're putting down. Pardon my raw mouth. I'm just a raw-mouthed individual. And niggas don't need no sweet mouth. And I haven't made any mistake. I know what I'm talking to. I don't care what we look like on the surface. Underneath, just scratching the niggas right there. I'm talking to you as I see you. That you call, I didn't mean to have a sex class here. Or I'll sure get in trouble. But since Almighty God, Allah, is the author of it, then he should be included in it. But you're afraid to include the God in the act, when without him the act is meaningless, and with him the act approaches the divine beauty for which it was ordained. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave that. You can think on that for a while. Come back to that at another time. We're talking on love. Our time is running so fast. The very root of the creation of the universe is love. The God who created had to be a God of love. You can't picture the God being at the root of him anything other than love, for love is that force that causes one to create for the object of his love. He created worlds. He created his creatures. And he created a means of sustenance for all of his creatures. He's called in the Quran Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, the beneficent, the merciful. He's a God who is a God who does well or does good out of love. And he showers mercy upon his servants without their doing anything to deserve mercy. So the root of mercy and the root of love, or the root of beneficence, the root of sustenance, the root of good judgment and truth is love. All right, let's look now. Everybody all right? Yeah. Now, if we have proof that without the divine love of Allah for his creatures and the creatures' love for Allah, there is no power to develop that creature, then something interfered with the love of the black man for his God and the love of God for the black man. And when that something that interfered with our love, it also interfered with our life. Now let's look at it. I want to go quickly. I'm sorry I don't have time to go after these things in detail, but really, you are so smart these days that you can piece it together just so quickly, and I feel ashamed to try and go after it like a mother feeding a baby, chewing the food, chewing, then putting it in your mouth. Some of you were born to eat meat. And just throw the raw meat out there, and then you can take care of business with it. That's the way you are. You are not the dumb ones that we were. We were pretty dumb. When we were coming into Islam, we were dumb. These coming to Islam today are much wiser than we, because so much truth is already out there. These don't come to the temple dumb. They come to the temple smart. And all they want to know is, who is it coming from? Where is it coming from? And where can I get more? So I better tell you quick. It's coming from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And believe you me, anytime you want more, he got more for you. Now listen, I want to finish this up. If you notice, in the last 6,000 years, something has happened. On the planet, the law of life and the law of love has been missing from the people. People don't do good for people because they love people. People do good seeking gain. This thing called love, I mean, it's just hard to come by. It really is. Because this world in which we live has destroyed this and destroyed this. Check it out. The world in which we live is the world of the white man. He's the maker of this world. His world is not based on love. Listen carefully. And if you study him carefully, you don't find love in him. Oh, some of you may be going with white people. Some of you brothers may have your little white girl, and you think she loves you. And you really know you love her. Boy, you in for a surprise. I know you got that white man, and you say, I know he loves me. Your eyes all sparkly because you're in love with that devil. Man, smelling something. You're in love with the murderer of your father, and the killer of your brother, and the murderer of your uncle. You love it. I'm talking to you. Thank you for the handkerchief. That's love. So good to understand. Look, do you know how the devil broke the love of the brotherhood in the beginning? We used to love one another. Do you know that you do not like wrong? You are a people who really love right. And by nature, you're created to love right, and by nature, you're created to hate wrong. The only way you will do wrong is if wrong is made to look right. And when you grow to hate a person, you hate them because you think that they're wrong. Now check this out. I just want you to pick up on this history, because some of you think you're smart, but just as dumb as they come. And you know, a dumb man, you're trying to wisen him up to make him smart. But he's so proud of his dumbness till he hates you for even thinking that you have something of wisdom to give him. I'm sorry for you, my crazy brother. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Messenger Muhammad has written and taught for 40 long years of how the devil started making trouble among the righteous, telling lies. He accused the righteous. Think of this now. Causing brother to fight and kill brother. Now, one way you can get a brother to turn on his brother is just accuse him of something of evil. You didn't see him do no evil, but he's been accused of it. And because of the weakness in yourself and your lack of respect of self and your knowledge of the evil of your own self, then the accusation against your brother fits the evil in yourself, so you judge your brother and hate your brother on the basis of an accusation. Look at you. Oh, this is a piece. I want you to think, because as I'm teaching, I'm coming right into your heart. You don't want me in there, but I'm coming anyway. And I'm coming with a spade and with fire. I'm going to burn out of your heart by the help of Allah that garbage that you have allowed to get in there that causes you to think evil against your brother. You want to believe your brother's a thief because you know you are one. You want to blame your brother for your damn no good self That's just how the accuser gets in. Sometimes the charge can look so right and be so wrong. Because the devil is so artful that he don't make it totally wrong. There's some truth in it. But the motive under the truth and the twist that the truth takes as it moves, just the end of it is a little twist. And that makes the whole thing condemned. But you can't see that. You're too busy wanting to condemn your brother. So you eat that up. That's how he broke our love and peace in the beginning. Accusing the brotherhood. And by accusing one another, brothers began to fight each other. They didn't try to ascertain the truth of it. They didn't try to say, well, I'm going to stand neutral until the truth is made known. No, they didn't stand neutral. They took a side on the enemy's side. And those that took a side on the side of the brother, then they went to fighting each other. Think over that. That broke the peace in Arabia. And the devil was cast out. After 6 months, he was discovered that this is the cause for our trouble. So we rounded him up and drove him out into the caves of Europe, as Messenger Muhammad teaches us. Now listen, brothers and sisters. The poor man went sad. He is not a loving person, the white man, by nature. There really is no good in him either. Messenger Muhammad teaches us that Allah revealed to him. And the good white man is not good now. There's no good in his nature. Now, you can get him to do good now. But it's not in his nature. Now listen careful. Listen careful. You've got to know this white man. And you got to know yourself. Look now. The messenger said, when he went into the cave of Europe, he just went savage. Whatever he wanted to do, he did it. You know, he wanted to go nude, he went nude. There wasn't nobody up there but him and the animals, and they was nude, so hell, he got nude right along with them. Well, he did. And she was parading with her nude self, and the dog was parading with its nude self. She saw the dog, and the dog saw her. Look-alike. She was crawling on her all fours, and the dog was on his. I'm not joking. I'm not playing. It's true. We haven't forgot our subject. It's love. Look, that beast fell down so low. He was supposed to rule, but he was in no shape to rule. So Moses had to come to civilize him, Messenger Muhammad teaches us, so that the white man could go on to rule for the time that God had given him, which was 6 days or 6,000 years. How was Moses going to get the white man to rule? He was supposed to deceive the black nation. The black nation is a righteous nation. He would have to appear righteous in order to deceive the righteous. How could you make this devil appear righteous? You all with me? In order to get him to appear righteous, you had to give him a law of righteousness and put a penalty on that law of death. Look at it now. Because I want to show you just how we are today. If you just got a few more minutes, I know it. Hey, look, I just want to say this. You know, brothers, you all got to think. And sisters, you fish, you got to think. If you know that it's hot in here, look at all the people that's in here. You know it's hot. And here are all these fans, none of them on. Where are you showing intelligence? I'm not making mockery of my brother. These are my brothers. But for God's sake, I shouldn't have to stop and tell you to put on a fan. Somebody got to watch while others pray. Well, look, let's all get on our post. I'm taking care of mine and yours. I don't want to do it well. I want to do mine well, and you do yours well. All right, now get back to where we were. I don't mean to embarrass you, my dear brothers. I'm not trying to embarrass you. No, don't you think that I'm showing off, you that are here. You're just trying to show off. Nigga, shut up. Means I come and bust you in your mouth with all the love I can find. No, we are all brothers. You know it was hot in here. You saw the fan. Some of you in here saying, when am I going to put the fan on, man? I mean, I dig what the man's saying, but good God, it's getting hot in here, man. And see, when a man smoke reefers and drink whiskey, brother, and eat hogs, I mean, it's hotter to him than it is to you and me, brother. Man, you should offer your brother some cold towels. Okay, well, a little humor is always good, isn't it? Make you feel a little better. Let's go back down in the water now. So, how you gonna make that devil look right enough to deceive me? Moses had to bring him a strong law. Now look at how Moses civilized that devil. He never taught the devil to love, because he knew it wasn't in it. And you can't bring something out of a thing that's not in it. So he never taught the devil to love. You know what he taught him? Thou shalt not. 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 Now look at this. And after he told him, thou shalt not, he said, if thou do, thou shalt get this, thou shalt get that. Now that's smart man, brother. I mean, that devil was no good, but he'll look good under that kind of law. Now you may say, well, what are you talking about? You know, the devil used to sleep with animals. They still do. Up in the caves of Europe, you know, a male would pounce on a male. He'd be crawling around, he'd see something, he'd just pounce on it. He's just a beast, man. And he's the same way today. How you going to break him out of that foolishness and make him upright? You give him a law. It's found there in Leviticus. If a man be found lying with another man, he should be stoned to death. If a woman be found in adultery, she should be stoned to death. If a man be found lying with an animal, or a woman be found lying with an animal, they should be killed. These are the laws. If the child rise up against a parent, kill it. This was a tough law that Moses gave, because that was the only way he could civilize that devil. Any resemblance is not coincidental. Now, look at this. Here's a man. He want to lay down with another man. He got it in his heart now. But Joe over here just got caught laying down with Frank. He had it in his heart now. But this one just got caught. So now all of them got to take up stones. Look at the wisdom in Moses. And take and stone that man to death. Well, for every action there's a what? Equal and opposite what? Reaction. Now, if I got it in my heart, then by throwing a stone at my brother who is guilty of that, then I'm also murdering the desire for that in my heart. This is where Moses had it working. You understand? That man had it working, didn't he? He put fear in them. of death, then they obeyed the law of righteousness. So the Old Testament is a testament of law. Moses had this thing working good for 1,700 years. He had judges that he warned against corruption because he knew that if the judge could be bought, then the law would be slackened and the fabric of the nation would be damaged and Israel would collapse. Do you understand what I'm saying? For 1,700 years, he maintained that law. Moses' law was supreme. Until a man, as Messenger Muhammad teaches, named Nimrod was born. Nimrod, a wicked devil. Nimrod broke the civilization of Moses 300 years before the time given to Moses' wisdom was to terminate. His wisdom was for 2,000 years. But it was broken 300 years before the time because Nimrod got in, corrupting the judges, corrupting those who were charged with carrying out the law, making the law of non-effect. And when the law was removed, the devil, the wickedness of his nature, burst forth. Burst forth. I'm coming back home, Muslim. I'm going to show you something if Allah bid me or permit me. When the law was destroyed, then the evil, see, the fear of a consequence was gone. And when the fear of consequence for wrongdoing was gone, then evil spread far and wide. They did evil with impunity. So when Jesus was born, poor Jesus, they had a 300-year bath in evil when Jesus... So in order to keep him from reminding them, it's like a man's conscience telling him, you know you're wrong. You know you're wrong. So he tried to kill his conscience. Jesus was like a conscience to Israel. Jesus was a reminder, not only in word but in his action, because he was a perfect example of the law according to the teaching of the Holy Quran. So they desired to kill the man so that he could no longer remind them. The messenger said they love darkness more than they love light. And therefore they murdered the light bearer. They murdered him because his teaching was so strong it got into their hearts, They didn't mind you teaching surface. You know, talk on the surface. Cover the waterfront, but damn it, don't go down in the depths. Don't make me look at myself. Don't make me see the filth and the rottenness of my own soul, because I don't want to see that. And if you dare shine the light on me, that I may see myself, I'll kill you. You are like that today yourself. I'm going ahead, brother. You can get tired and leave anytime you want, but I'm not going to leave till I'm finished. You all right? A white man or son. Well, after he killed Jesus, who was there to remind him of the law? Not a pope. That lying devil. He jumps up over there in Rome. You Catholics. I'm talking about that wicked father. That lying, deceiving devil. The dragon. Sitting in the sides of the north. Meaning, as Messenger Muhammad said, in the north of Mecca. In the north, in the sides of the north, in the side of Italy. To the north of Mecca. Trying to show the world that he's a God. Beside the God. But look at the Vatican today. Muhammad says she's catching it. And the plagues that Allah intend to pour on the Vatican, you just keep watching. The Pope got to get off it today. He's a liar. He's a deceiver. But let's go after him. He knows that his people are wicked. So he fixed up a religion and used Jesus' good name on it. And killed the man that reminded them of the law. Now they use his name. Look at yourself. Then they said, but Jesus said, no matter what you do, if you just confess it, you're forgiven. I mean, that's a faggot God, isn't he? And you look at this. Oh, I know my mouth is raw, but to hell with it. These are raw times, brother. You educated man. That's why you can't communicate with nobody. Because you're always trying to find some $50 word to talk to a 2-cent brain. And your own brain is a penny and a half. You need a half cent. I don't know why y'all stirred me up tonight. We're talking on love in a kind of hateful sort of way. It sounds like hate, don't it? You need it. But this is real love. I'm going to show you why in a minute. See, you've never been loved like this before. Sometimes it seems so hard. But it's love. I'll tell you about it in a minute. Yeah, I hope you got a minute. Because I'm going to take 2. Yeah, I may take 4, you know. Don't mind us, we're just enjoying ourselves. Yes, sir. I don't know about you all. But I enjoy the truth. You know, and I hope you enjoy it. But let's look at it now. I'm coming right back home to us in a minute. So I don't want to bring up some history. Now listen. After Jesus died and they come up with this false religion, this religion allowed the people to do evil, and all they do is burn a few candles, say a few Hail Marys, do Our Father, and it's all over with. Oh, you know I'm right. You go out here, fornicate, commit adultery, sodomy, do anything you want. Just go tell the Father. Who the hell is he to tell? He got some sins. He needs to tell somebody. Half of them faggots anyway. They either go and confess their fault. Maybe you should tell him, get out the booth and let me get in, and you tell me what you did. I am kind of rough tonight. I'm ashamed of myself. The poor minister feels ashamed. The messenger, if he was here and hiding in the secret, he said, boy, that brother is teaching it, but I got to take him in the back here and spank him a little bit and show him my love. But I'm his. I belong to him. That's right. And he is my master and my teacher. Yes, sir. And whatever he want to do with me, it's all right with me. Yes, sir. Good to have somebody you can look to guide you and correct you, spank you when you need it. Wonderful to have a man like that. I want to close. That same lying devil now got us in his midst. He's an evildoer, so you know he made us evil too. And we being the original people, we kind of outdo him sometimes in evil. We're pretty up in evil today. Oh yeah, you're not that by nature, but you're that by circumstance. Now you know what? It takes some kind of God to forgive us for what we all have done. And it takes a powerful love to be patient enough to work with us, to reform us, and get us back to ourselves. There's so much I could say on this, but just time has just run out. But the greatest gift that Allah could give to you and to me is a symbol of his own love for us. The Bible says God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. Now that needs to be understood. God don't love this world. This world is about to be wiped out. But it's you, the despised and the rejected of the world, with whom Allah is in love. And his love for us is so great that he gives us a son or a messenger who is the symbol of his love. Now look at this. The man in his person is love. Therefore, the New Testament is not a testament of law, it's a testament of love. It starts off telling you something about God. It says God is love. Well, we know God is love. Love is abstract. We are not made in the image of that which is abstract. We are tangible. So Allah had to be tangible. But when you say God is love, you are absolutely showing that the dominant power that he uses in resurrecting a dead nation, in reforming a dead people, is the power of love. So he must make a man for you and me that is an example of that love that will nourish us, nurture us, and mature us and grow us up. So he makes a message, styled in the scripture as a son. And that man loves you and me so much that he's willing to give his life for us. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. In another scripture it says, greater love hath no man that he lay down his life for his brother. Elijah Muhammad is laying down his life for the black man. This man has been working for you and me 40 years. That's a lifetime, brother. That is a lifetime. Think of a man working for 40 years, his mind, his heart consumed with you and me and our deliverance. His whole soul and mind and brain and body is to see the black man resurrected. He loves. He's giving you an example of how to love. What is the first thing you must do in order to love? The first thing you must show as a sign of your love is your ability to sacrifice for what you love. So many people say they love the black man, but are not willing to give up anything to show their love for the black man. So many of you, if I ask you, brother, do you love the black man? You say, yeah, I love him. I love him. I dig the black man. I mean, black man's cool. But if I say, well, look, brother, you love the black man, you got to give up using them drugs. Well, wait a minute, brother. What that got to do? What that got to do with the love of the black man? You see, but if you don't give up those drugs, see, you won't stop snatching pocketbooks. Right. You won't stop doing those second, third jobs. In fact, you'll start selling drugs to keep up your habit, killing your brother that you say you love. See, love ain't nothing you talk, man. You got to give up something. And the thing you got to give up is be willing to give up your life. What life? The life of evil. If you will give that life up, then you say you love the black man. See, all of us got our little personal bags. You understand? A little personal bag you in. But if this personal groove that I'm in is not good for the whole, if I love the black man, can I give up my personal thing to accept Elijah Muhammad's cause that's for the good of all of us? Love. Muhammad gave up his life for you and me. And if you look at him, you can see in him and you can feel in him that he's moved by the love that he has for you and me. Nothing would keep a man working among us 40 years but love. He's not working for no home. He's not working for money. He's not working for riches. He's working because he loves you. You know, well, he ain't working for that. I mean, why? He got it. He got it because we love him. He loves us. We love him. Oh, that's right. You don't ask for nothing. We give it to him. Because we want him to have the best. Because he deserves it. Some of you hate to see the minister, your brother, in a nice car. Some of you. Well, what's the matter with you? You don't want to see me in a car? I hear the minister got a nice home. Yeah? You don't want to see me living in a nice home? What man have you seen in New York teach you like me? No. Name one, and I'll get out off this rock. You name me one man in New York that has taught you and is teaching you like I'm teaching you, and I'll give you my life. You can't find one nowhere. What I'm giving you is not a car. What I'm giving you is not a home. What I'm giving you is life from Elijah Muhammad. So if I give you back the car and give you back the home and you give me back the word, who's going to be better off, you or me? You're a damn fool. You hear me, brother? And if you get jealous over what little I got, you are not worthy of what Allah intends to give you. And I'll tell you something. If you're jealous over what little I got, then die in your rage. Because Muhammad gave me New York. Now, who is he to give me this city? Ask him the next time you see him here. So not only the city, but you too. Man, you a fool. And I don't whip you. Just teach you some sense. Because you're foolish people. You're so jealous of it. Yes, you are. And you become merchandise for a devil. I just want to stop here 1 minute. No. When I was in Boston as the minister, I never will forget this. We bought a temple, and next door to the temple was an 11-room home that we also bought. I was living in about a 5-room apartment with a few children. And I had decided that I didn't want to move into the house. So I wrote the messenger and told him that I would rather stay in my apartment because I didn't want to do anything that would create envy and jealousy among the people. The messenger told me, he said, brother, if you wait for the people to want you to have something, you'll never have anything. He said, move in that house. And I moved in.
Yes, sir.
And did you know that I had hardly moved in the house when some of those who were my brothers, see the nigga in the house now. I mean, brother, you know, that was really something. I remember how many years I walked. See, you all don't remember these things. I'd like to tell you about it. For some of you lousy mouth niggers, you know, you need to have your tongues ripped out. And brother, you dealing with a man that would rip it out if he didn't love you. And know that you're a fool, so my object is to teach the fool, not kill him. But if I didn't love you, I'd kill you. Because some of you, what you saying, you deserve to die. And some good brother will kill you if you're not careful over your foolish mouth. Some of you Johnny-come-lately, young upstarts. Where the hell were you when I had holes in my shoes, pounding the pavement? Where were you to give me a call? You wasn't around. Where were you when I had to buy clothes out of a pawn shop? Used suits, where were you then? Talking about the fine clothes I wear, you're damn right I'm fine. And as long as I follow Elijah Muhammad, I'm going to be fine. Damn jealous-hearted niggas, I'm after you. I'm not only after you from up here, I'm going to get down in your damn collar when I leave here.
Yes, sir.
Where were you when my wife and my children were wearing slips and dresses out of the Salvation Army? You wasn't around then, huh? But I was preaching Islam. And I was eating beans. And I was down in the marketplace picking up the refuge of cabbage and carrots to take home to my black babies to teach this truth that you can hear me teach tonight. Where were you then, Mr. and Miss Nigger?
That's right, beautiful.
See, you didn't know me then. You only know Farrakhan now. When I came to New York, some of you laughed at the clothes that I wore because they were falling all off my shoulders because they was used. I used to come to New York downtown. Slip in and buy a $5 suit and shoot it in the cleaners and dress up and thought I was sharp. But the New York people, they're so slick, you know what I mean? They can see you when you're country. And they knew when I rolled out of Boston a few years ago that this cat is country. Some of the Muslims laughed at me. Muslims? Oh, yeah, they confessed it to me. They came to me and said, we laughed at you, man. You wasn't around when I moved into the former house that the hypocrite lived in. You wasn't here then. Somebody burned it up, and I moved in right behind it, burned up. It wasn't comfortable. But I came there to stay there to work for you. Some of you weren't even in the temple then, but I was working for you. Some of you wasn't even born, but I was carrying the light before you were born. You got a hell of a damn nerve to open your mouth on me. May you die in your rage. Now Allah bless me. You didn't give me a damn thing. Allah blessed me. Now I wear the best the devil got. Yes, I do. I don't pay the highest price because I've learned how to get the best for the least. You better come and let me tell you something. You can't please niggas. If I was poor and raggedy preaching to you about heaven, you know what you tell me? Oh, that nigga get some clothes. How you going to teach us about heaven and the nigga so raggedy and all that? Look at that damn raggedy car that nigga driving talking about God, this and God, the other. So the hell with you. To hell with you all. I'm not going to try to please a damn one of you. I'm going to please Allah and Elijah Muhammad, and you can be pleased or go to hell. It don't make no difference to me. No. You didn't set me up, and none of you can take me down. Elijah put me up, and it'll take Elijah to get me down. And if you want to cut off my blessing, then you go to him. Because he's the one blessing me with wisdom. He's the one empowering me with the Spirit of Allah. He's the one putting me in a new home. And the little house I got is nothing compared to what you're going to see me in if you live long enough. Well, why the minister digress from his subject? I'm still working on that jealousy. I have to use myself because I happen to be on a little particular attack at this time.
Yes, sir. Roll on. Go ahead.
Petty. And the hell we gonna rise with this petty kind of thinking?
Yes, sir.
He said, well, the people are poor. I didn't make them poor. Yeah, but why should you wear fine clothes if the people don't have any? If the people follow the same God I'm teaching them about, they won't be raggedy and hungry and naked and out of door. What the hell is wrong with you? You going to tell me, shut up? You going to tell me you love the people more than I love them? Prove it. What have you done? You can't equal me yet. You haven't had time to run yet. But you're getting ready to come on the track, and I'm going to run you. And if you run as good as I run, then I'll take my hat off to you. But I'm going to be running you behind down that track, brother. I got a 17-year head start on you. You got a whole lot of ground to make up before you open your damn mouth on me. Yeah, I'm a teacher of truth, but I'm also a warrior for the truth. And I'll take off my robe and pick up a sword anytime that the God is ready. I hate that. Because Allah don't make me that way. I love to see you with anything that Allah bless you with. In fact, I'm teaching you from the messenger to try and pull you up into that which Allah promised. He promised money. He promised good homes and friendship in all walks of life if you will submit to him and follow his messenger. So what do you look like getting all uptight if someone look like Allah fulfilled his promise to them? How do you know what I will face tomorrow? Since you're not the target of the enemy, but I am. There ain't no enemy running down a little greasy nigger that don't know nothing. Damn police come up by my house last night. And this is where Farrakhan lived. You know damn well that's where I live. Is that man that we hear on the radio? You know that's the man you hear on the radio. And I'm condemning that devil to his face. Night and day you can turn it on and hear. Whose life is on the line, yours or mine? Then shut your damn mouth. And if you see me with anything, damn it, bring me some more. He said, what you mean by that? I know I don't need it, so I'll give it back to you. Muhammad ain't making robbers, and if he find one, he get rid of it. Muhammad not making thieves, but it's that small mind of yours.
Yes, sir.
You know, your brother loves you, but he can get angry with you. I didn't mean to take this and put it on this kind of plane, but Allah is the best knower. Now, I'll make you to see how people come up smiling in your face like they're your brother. But when they get together in secret council, you should hear what they say. Well, try again here. You missed it last time. Keep on trying. Maybe you'll get lucky and kill yourself.
Yes, sir. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Best thing for you to do is try to help Muhammad.
That's right. Yes, sir.
Best thing for you to do is to try to find out, man, how can I help Muhammad get to these dead black brothers alive?
Yes, sir.
As long as the devil got us infighting, you'll never make any progress, brother. Jealous over some shoes that the devil made. Jealous over some fur coat that the devil made. Some of you sisters, you ought to be ashamed, just eating up with jealousy over one another. See, a sister got long hair, you can't stand it. I mean, can't stand her. What'd she do to you? Nothing. Nothing. She just got hair, that's all. What's wrong with you, woman? Look at her. She thinks she's cute. Well, you must know you're ugly. And if you didn't think so ugly, you wouldn't be so ugly. Envy and jealousy. Now, in my conclusion, it takes love, brother, to get over all of this. You've got to love profoundly today to make it. Otherwise, your own people will destroy your spirit to help them. And you, who would like to be something in the public's eye, you come. You come. Bill, I'm going to call you in a minute. I want you to come up in a few minutes. That's good. Brother want to come, too. And that's good. Whenever you stand up to try and help your people, see who will become your worst enemy. Who will it be? Who will it be? When you rise up in your own family now to get more than your brother, who do you think will be your worst enemy? Come on. Your own what? How could it be that your brother would hate you? That's a bad thing, isn't it? Now, you who want to lead, you come on. And you watch. If you don't love this black man, he'll hurl you down on your face.
That's right.
And talk about you like a dog.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He'll come and stand on your shoulder and invite his family to stand on your shoulder. And when you buckle under the weight of what he put on your shoulder, you say, I told you that nigga couldn't make it. That's you. This is the kind of people we are. Isn't that something? Somebody got to love us to work with us. I mean, just look at it. I've been working, trying to follow the messenger. That's all I'm trying to do, follow him. For 17 years, that's all. But in 17 years, I can go back and see what Allah brought me through to this day. They tried to murder me. Oh yeah, they're still here, that's right. I have been slandered, spoken evil of, lied about. I mean, he has come through all of that. I mean, the people wouldn't permit me to have beans. Think over that. People hate you so they don't even want to feed you or want you to eat. Burn down the house I was living in. Burn it up. With my babies and me in it, trying to kill us all. Because I'm teaching Islam.
Yes, sir.
That's bad.
That's right.
But I'm still here.
Yes, sir.
And you would never know it if I didn't tell you, because I'm smiling all the time. Because Allah don't even make me feel it.
Yes, sir.
You know why? That's why I look so good.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to stay looking good. While you envious and jealous-hearted niggas are dying on the vine. I'll be young and good-looking.
Yes, sir. That's right.
Preaching your damn funeral. I hate to talk like this to you, but that's the way I feel. You know, I feel that way. Now, I've only been in the work 17 years. Muhammad has been with us 40 years. I'm not nowhere near the man that my leader is. And boy, you should thank Allah that you're not under a nut like me.
That's right.
And I'd have swung every vine with you a long time ago. Because see, nobody can do the work but the true man. And the true man is Elijah Muhammad. That man has taken everything. He has taken everything that we could throw on him. He has taken jail, slander, persecution, evil talk, every kind of evil imaginable. And the man is more beautiful today than he was when he started. Because he loves you.
Yes, sir.
And I just got to try and be a better follower of that man.
Yes, sir.
Because I know that the more I love you, the better I'll be able to help him. And it's easy to say you love as long as your love is not tried. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And I thought I really loved black people. You know? And something showed me I didn't love them as much as I need to love them if I'm going to help Muhammad. I need more love of the black man in order to make it through. You know why? Because the scripture must be fulfilled. It said when they smack you on one cheek, if you love them, you'll give them another one. It don't mean if somebody come up and knock you on the jaw, you're going to kill him. Trying to understand this. This means that when you're trying to do good for the black man, he's going to do that to you. Spiritually, he may walk up and punch you in your mouth. Then you got to bust him in his now. You don't play with him. But I'm talking about in a spiritual sense, your brother will smack your face. Every one of you that's been head of any organization trying to do anything for black people, they bust you in your face. If they didn't do it physically, they did it spiritually. Then if you still want to hold on and help your brother, then you got to offer the other. That takes love to do that. See, because when he smacks you, it's not him smacking you. It's really the enemy in him. See, you're not that way. By nature, you're righteous. So the man who loves you must look beyond what you do on the surface and look down to the essence of you and say, well, that's really not my brother. There's the devil in that brother. So I'll take a little more. Isn't that something? The book says if they ask you to go 1 mile, go 2 with them. It means to me that when you do something for the man, go a little extra for him. Go beyond the call of duty for your black brother. And you know what? In the end, you win him. Did you know that? If they curse you, bless them. That's hard. Oh, that's hard to do. You know what the easiest thing to do is? Then they curse you, curse them. I mean, that's natural, isn't it? Isn't that natural? But it's the epitome of love to turn around and say, well, they curse me, but may Allah bless them to understand. That's beautiful, isn't it? That's love, bro. That kind of love is the kind of love that Elijah Muhammad is exemplifying in America before us. And it is that kind of love that I need, that you need, that we need in order to be successful. See, anger will cause you to display that which is against the principle of love, as I displayed this evening. But had I not been angry, I could have blessed where I was cursed. You understand? So the thing that we must watch out for, which Allah gives us always an example, is to watch out for anger. And try to control anger, lest anger cause you to harm the brotherhood that you're trying to build. See how Allah gives you an example right before your eyes tonight in a man that was angry. And he was justified in being angry, but yet he should have had the control of the anger to bless those, to show that he is a lover of his brother. See? And in that, it teaches me that I must seek Allah and ask Allah's forgiveness and ask Allah to bless me with a stronger love for the black man than I presently have, because it's going to take love to bring the black man out of the mud. And if you don't love the black man, you're going to absolutely be destroyed by it. He'll make you hate him. He'll make you hate him. Because we're just that crazy kind of people. You understand? So, this is where we're at today. Love one another. We have to have the ability to forgive each other. You hear? Oftentimes we're going to do many things to offend one another. But if you don't have the ability to forgive, then we'll never build a black brotherhood. All this is love. Well, I think I won your patience. It's all right. I'm gone now. I taught you a lesson, and I got taught a lesson. See? But that's good. But I will share my lesson with you as I try to show you something of divine. Allah showed me something of divine. And that's good for us all. Say all praise is due to Allah. It's been a beautiful evening as far as I can see. And so I'm going to take leave of you now, thanking you for your patience, and hoping and praying to Allah that He will bless us all with a greater degree of love for each other. Not love for the enemy, devil, but love for each other. And if we would turn our anger on the right source or the right object, then we could find some unity in crushing the enemy that brought us all to this condition. Black man, let's stand up and be brothers. Let's stop being petty, cheap. Love for your brother what you love for yourself. You all love good for yourself. Then love that for your brother. And it's on the way to you. Did you know that? I have never seen a jealous-hearted person get anything worthwhile. I feel so sorry for people who are burned up in jealousy. Because there was a soul that could have been great. But he's so busy looking at somebody else, he never discovered the greatness in himself. So he ended up hating his brother and condemning himself. Brothers and sisters, I hope that you won't be like that. I hope not. And when you say we won't, say I won't by the help of Allah. Because you can't bear witness for others. I'm going to tell you that what's due to come is that envy and jealousy will break forth among us and destroy everything that we try to build. All this is written in the book. And when the messenger gets so successful, as you see the messenger getting very successful in your midst, our people who are non-believers are going to envy the progress that the messenger is making. And instead of trying to unite with him so that we all can share in that progress, some of our people through envy are going to try to destroy that man and that progress. Isn't that a shame that that's the way we are? I hope that you won't be like that. Because you won't be successful today. You won't be successful. They may have put that over years ago, but not today. Not today. No. I just made a broadcast on that. And the messenger said he loved the broadcast so well. I got it there too late for it to be played this Sunday. But I would like to sit down somewhere and listen to it again myself. Titled, We Must First Be Brothers. And brother, when you look at brotherhood, it's just more than just something coming out of your mouth. And my mouth. I think that your brother tonight even shows you an example of how to be a brother first. See? He shows you that in his own anger, how he went against the principle of his brotherhood and tried to correct himself. See? Shouldn't we all be like that? If you're too proud to admit a mistake or an error that you have made in your own judgment, you will never find brotherhood. If you love each other, you're not proud to say, I made a mistake. Forgive me. Can you see that? We ought to practice that. When you wrong your brother, don't go acting proud. You wrong your brother, listen. Say, brother, I made a mistake. Forgive me. And watch what your brother will do. You know the black man is beautiful. I have just found, I got to say this one point. You know, the easiest thing to do is to lie. Sometimes it's very hard to tell the truth. Isn't it? One time a brother gave me some of his poems, and he told me to send them to Muhammad Speaks, and I put them somewhere in my office and I forgot them. And I don't remember where I put them. So the brother came and asked me, did I send his poems? Now I could have told the brother, oh yeah, I sent them. Just be patient. You here. All the time knowing I didn't send nothing. The brother's not in the temple. He's one of our lost, found brothers in the street. But I said to that brother, I said, no, brother, I didn't send those poems. And worst of all, I laid them down somewhere, and I know I have them, but I don't know where I put them. And I want you to forgive me, brother, because when a man writes poetry, that's his soul. You gave me your soul in my hand. And I disrespected it and put it down and didn't take care of it. And I asked him to forgive me, and that I would go and find it. And as soon as I found it, I would send it on. That brother gave me the strangest look. He looked at me and said, man, what is that? You know, now this cat, you know who he is? I mean, he didn't have to say to me, forgive him. He could have lied like I would have done or somebody else would have done. But you see, to me, a lie is degrading to me as a man. Who are you that I should lie to you? That's right. I mean, you're just not that great in my eyes, and I'm so afraid of you that I got to lie. To me, you just my brother. And if I wouldn't lie to God, I don't have no business lying to you. A lie should be blotted out of our character. So in practicing that, I learned that you never lose by admitting your fault. You always gain. So never be too proud. We are brothers. Flesh of each other's flesh. Brother, don't make a mistake about it. And if we could go out of here tonight full of love for one another, ready to try and build something of greatness for the black man with our unity and our love. Oh, brother, we could change New York overnight. Did you know that? With just a few of us. May Allah bless us to gain more of that spirit of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That love. And I pray Allah in the name of His messenger that He will grant that to me. Because I sincerely want to help the black man get up out of this mud. But I must get up out of it myself. May Allah bless you. Thank you for listening. This coming Sunday, you're going to have a great time here at the temple. That's if you come out. And I don't know why you shouldn't. That's right. Now, you know, Minister Larry is not just a little light teacher. Brother is really developing. In fact, I'm putting him in charge of temple number 7 in Manhattan as long as I'm away from here on Sunday. Yes, sir. I would like for him and you to work with him to let's put the temple over the top. I know sometimes you get addicted to personalities, and I can understand. You know, jealous people like to say, well, it's all the same word. It is, but everybody don't speak it the same. Some people born to do something that others attempt to do. And I mean, that's true. You have to recognize these are truths. But if you are seeking guidance, there's always guidance in the Word. There's always good in the Word. So you should always come to hear the Word, because you can always learn no matter who is teaching. And I would hope that some of you that are sitting down in this audience tonight would jump up and help the messenger with what you know and whatever skill you have. Help the messenger. Help him to build a great nation for the black man, and you'll be helping yourself. Minister Larry will be speaking Sunday, and next week Wednesday, if Allah spares my life to get back to you, our subject will be black manhood. Black manhood. Now, many of us may think that we are that, but there's really something to be learned about black manhood. With Allah's help, I hope to bring that to you next Wednesday. Yes, brother? That'll be forthcoming to you Sunday. You know, we are planning a trip to Chicago. Did you know? You didn't know. Some of you didn't know. But we want to take you all to Chicago to hear the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Would you like to do that? And I tell you frankly, you know, we do the best we can. But you can believe this. One trip to the fountain, and you will understand it better. Now, we're going by plane, and the fare will be very reasonable because we're all going. But, really, I'll tell you something when I see you next Wednesday about the trip. It's not so important that we go this time, unless we just really want to go, but there's a certain group that the messenger would like to see this time. You know, the messenger, many of us believe, right? But many of us who believe, we don't have the skill to help the messenger. We can be good believers. You would agree? But we don't have the know-how of how to help him in the areas that the messenger is going into for the advancement of a nation. I personally would love to see the messenger with better help. Better help for the messenger would make his job easier and help every one of us to grow faster, greater, stronger. So this time, I mean, you all are welcome. Don't misunderstand. But what the messenger would like to see this time are those professional people, those in the sciences, physics, chemistry, mathematics, doctors, dentists, engineers, architects. You understand? Economists, those in banking, those who know marketing, merchandising, business. He wants to see those of you who can help him. He didn't ask you to join up and be a Muslim. He just wants to know, are you willing to help him put the black man on top with yourself? That's all he wants. You sitting around here, many of you, I mean, New York is loaded with brains. Come on, brains. Come on, brains. Come on, sister brains and brother brains. Let's go meet Muhammad. Muhammad will try to put those brains to work in a direction that will benefit all those of us whose brains are not so great. Some of us have been brain-duped. And so we need to have somebody help us with our brains. I happen to be one of those that was brained, but by the help of Allah and His Messenger, He's given me a few. And if with this few that I have, I can help some of you that have brains to come and help Messenger Muhammad give some brains to this black man. Brother, let's get on to it as quickly as possible. So all those of you who are in those fields that I mentioned, would you please accept this invitation from your little brother to join us in Chicago with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad? Any one of you who would like to go, now this doesn't mean that you shouldn't go, but you sisters who are educated, you know, who are in any field that you know is necessary in nation building, would you mind, let's go to Muhammad and let's talk this thing over. Muhammad wants to meet you. He wants to talk with you. How many of you are like that in here? That have those, how many of you have those kind of qualifications? That's right. We don't have to be modest, brother. You do? But brother, It will be very reasonable. We wish we could pay your way. But I guarantee you that the trip and the money you spend, it will come back to you so fast.